call you back in like 5 minutes. Okay, bye.
Hi, guys.
Bye.
Oh, okay, just a sec. We just got home. Some crazy traffic today, but I just need to plug in one light that I unplugged the other day. And then we can start. Yes, we made it. Oh, it's okay, Cookie. It's to be expected. We were very spoiled during the summertime when the kids are not in school because traffic just flows. But literally, as soon as school starts the day of, our commute, let's say we tack on at least like 20 minutes to half an hour both ways. It's insane. Just everyone, for some reason, has to drive their kids to school. Because I remember walking or biking or taking a bus. I don't know about you guys. But anywho, we had a wonderful day. We finished up this lady's apartment that we've been working on for her, where she had it flooded from a floor above. So we finally got that painted and everything's touched up, and she was super happy with everything. Yeah, exactly. That's the best part, is like Sammy and I working together is we're never alone, and like it's just the greatest thing for us when you're driving with someone else.
Question. I got this box from my parents. We should probably open this.
We don't know what's in the box.
We don't know what's in the box?
That's who Green Box is.
Open it. Okay.
Green box.
Oh, wrong one.
So it's from Sam's parents.
You are here? Say hi.
They're here.
They're here.
From across Canada. Okay, let's see. Jen! Thank you so much. Oh, shit. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate all the support. Oh, actually, Sam and I might be coming to Vancouver on Saturday to pick up mushrooms for our friend. So we might be able to see each other very briefly, might I add. But it's better than nothing.
Do I do like this?
All right, we've cut it open. We're getting in here. Don't you guys love surprise packages in the mail? Sam.
No, it's gotta stay like this.
Yeah, classic cook, right? Gotta get those mushrooms and then we're gone. Are you still getting into there?
Yeah.
Nobody's getting into this package, guys. Don't show our address. Well, I guess you saw our address, so if you want to send us stuff, there it is.
There's our address if you want to send us stuff. It's right there. I'll give you mine. Right there. Boom.
Boom.
All right, so we got some tinfoil lining.
I like the liner.
All right.
This is
First
how it
things
starts.
first. Garlic.
Yes.
Because you never know when you need garlic for next year.
All grown by Sam's mom.
What? That's all homegrown.
And she labels them all for us as well. Very nice.
You got some purple slippers. With stuff
Slippers.
inside.
And
Yeah, but if you watch the TV, you can see what's in the box.
there's things in slippers.
So you have to watch two things. Oh, man.
Figs and almonds and red wine jam. And a
Oh.
pepper jelly. Torino, yeah. Homegrown, man. Dave's not here, man. What?
Spider shot glasses.
Well, I guess these will be put into use on stream for Halloween.
Got it.
Shots.
I got some slippers.
Sammy's slippers. You want to see what's
I
inside?
like these ones. These ones are good.
Yeah, Christmas in September. Blueberry jam. Yes, we're so stocked on jams. Oh, that smells good.
So is this stuff that you guys made?
Yes.
Yeah? Was the last bottle that you sent me of this yours? Okay.
A candle, guys.
That's enough bottle water.
Your last one
Charmed
was runny.
aroma. I'm gonna light it up.
Okay.
Let's light this up.
Supposed to be that way.
Ooh, Bannock. Heck yeah.
You know you're Canadian when your parents send you maple syrup.
Yeah.
This is stuff they make.
Nice. Nice. We haven't even gone through the old stuff. Yeah, let's get lit.
Yeah, maybe you find a ring in there. Hey, there's a ring in that candle.
Oh, it's a ring candle.
Sweet. Then I'll for sure burn
Figs
it all.
and pear jam.
Smelling good in here already.
Slippers. Something for honey.
Oh.
Times 2.
What?
Oh.
What? Now I have a whole set.
Skull shot glasses.
Guys, if you know me, you know I like skulls. Hi, Tom. Aviator. Welcome in, guys. Jelly-filled. How's it going? Buff.
Cinnamon bun Oreos. Oh yeah. Good thing I just finished. the
Another
last bag
thing
of these.
that I love.
Good thing we just finished our last bag of these.
So,
And Chips Ahoy with chocolate covered.
and in the box, we have diabetes. Nope. Don't got it. Snacks.
And hearts.
Yeah, Reese's bars.
Lindor hearts.
We got a heart for you. Got a heart for
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of hearts, yeah, we always get a crazy box like this a couple times a year. And they're just
Love it.
like, there's a package for you. And we're like, what?
Are you getting right into those?
Yep, I'm hungry.
Holy. Wow.
Lindor heart, gone and gone. We gotta get cooking. Here, let's tie this mane up.
I'm getting one of these too then.
All right, guys, on the menu tonight, German style pork chop,
Nice.
wild mushroom sauce. I'm gonna do this spaetzle from the emu egg again, I think. I think that's the last one we have to use up. And then just some Swiss chard from the garden. Really, really simple. It's gonna be delicious. We have our pork here. I'm gonna lay it out on a sheet pan just because it is a little bit frozen. I just pulled it out this morning when we went for work. And then all we're gonna do is quickly sear off the pork. Oh, what? Kitchen confidence. Welcome in, guys. Hi, Rook. Ah, let's get him. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Cooking with Heidi. Hello. Hey, Kitch. I am good. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. We're just going over our game plan right now about what we're making for dinner. So you guys came in at the perfect time. What did you do for stream today? Hi, Uncle Stinky. Doing well, but to sit down, eat dinner, watch Letterkenny. Oh man, such a funny show. Just grabbing a pen so we can make our prep list out. Hey, Dust Pirate. How was everyone's day today? Buff Bagwell, where are you at, man? How are the travels going? Started out as a Korean-inspired pork short rib dish. Yum. Pork short ribs, that sounds so good. I don't think I've ever seen that. And then it became a blend of all of Asia. Sometimes that just happens, right? I mean, most Asian ingredients kind of all come together really nicely. So sometimes that just happens. It's true. Okay, so today we're doing kind of like a German style meal. Sam says he totally remembers eating this as a child. So I'm gonna make my rendition of it today. Very much home style cooking, what your grandma would make. So for the pork, we just have to season it up. I'm just gonna do a simple salt and pepper. Maybe we'll get a little bit crazy with the salt. Maybe we'll use some herb salt or something. And then we're just gonna sear it in a cast iron pan on both sides, get it nice and caramelized. And we want the pan really, really hot when we do this because we don't actually want to cook the pork through. We just wanna get the color on the outside and the flavor. Because after the pork is done searing, we're gonna throw some mushrooms, garlic, onion, herbs in there, get that sauteing, and then we'll start to make our base of our wild mushroom sauce. We have wild lobster mushroom that Sam and I foraged like a couple days ago on our friend's property, so hopefully it's still good. I would love to put that into the mushroom sauce. And then we just have some cremini mushrooms, I believe, is what Sam got. Yeah, Jägerschnitzel. Is that what it's called? I'm not like super educated on all the German dishes. Yeah, do what I do, but just put 10 times more lard and butter in it. And that would be grandma's. And that's why it tastes so good. Master Louis. Whoever you just tuned into hosted someone else. That's the worst. You're like, no, come back. Glad you are here, Master. You're scared, Crux. I have some books, and thankfully where I worked previously in the restaurant is I learned a lot about all of the different foods that you can forage around here on the island. So that's where I got my education. And now, since I don't have to be in the restaurant for 12 hours a day, I actually have time to go and find my own ingredients now, which is really, really fun for me. With mushroom gravy, you grew up with this dish. Amazing. Okay, awesome. So Jägerschnitzel, that's what it is. Thank you, Cooking with Heidi. Okay, so sauce, let's do onion, garlic, herbs, mush, and then that will all saute together in the pan. I'm going to deglaze with some white wine and then make it just a little bit creamy as well. So wine and cream. And then let's say maybe 5 to 10 minutes before we plan on serving the dish, we're gonna put the seared pork chops back into the sauce so that they can finish cooking, kind of release some of their porky juices into the sauce as well at that point. And that way we know they're not gonna get too overcooked as well. Because these pork chops are really thin, they're quite lean looking as well. So we don't wanna cook the heck out of them because it'll get really, really dry, even if it's in a sauce. Yeah, I thought so, Nike. I thought so. And then the spaetzle, we just have to mix that up. So equal parts egg whole and flour. So we weigh out the egg first, depending on how many eggs you're using. Because I'm using an emu egg, I only have one egg to weigh and it's gonna be massive. And then we will take that weight of the egg, weigh out our flour, put a little bit of salt in there, mix it all up, and hopefully let that sit for about 15 minutes before we go to press it. And then our Swiss chard, just a simple little wilt in a pan. High heat with oil or butter. Then we'll put a little bit of liquid in there and steam it to finish it. And that will take 5 minutes, not very long at all. So I think the first thing we should do is just lay out our pork chops so we know that they're nice and thawed before we start. And then we're going to mix up our spaetzle dough and then start chopping up all this stuff for our sauce. And this should go pretty quick, I would say. It is seriously so good. Like, if you guys want to try making pasta for yourself at home, make spaetzle. It's the easiest thing ever. 10 minutes left, Matt. We've missed you, man. Hope you've been well. Pasta is easy as pie. Pasta might be easier than pie. Just gonna lay this on a paper towel because I know as it thaws, it's going to release some liquid as well. And when we go to sear the pork, we actually want it to be pretty dry on the outside. Oh no, we're streaming at the same time. We should just do team streams then, Matt. I'll cook while you play games. So this pork is called tenderloin end pork chops. So I'm guessing it's the end of the tenderloin, which is this part. And then the rest of this is actually some pretty nice dark meat, and it does have the bone in, which is actually really good. That'll add some flavor and also help to keep it moist when we cook it. This is actually pretty nice cuts. Yeah, that's all we do, Heidi, is when we take it out of the boiling water, we just put some butter cubes over it and let it melt over top. Super yum. That's really all it needs. Okay, so as we can see, those are not even an inch thick either, so they're really, really thin. You should be worried about drying them out. I'll just say that. It's like, if there's one thing you should worry about cooking this dish, do not dry out the pork. Okay, let's do it, Matt. Multi-stream. Okay, we're just gonna set that aside. I'm gonna quickly go grab that emu egg. Bang. And then we can weigh everything out. Get our flour out as well. Yeah, just put butter on cardboard and it'll still taste good. You think my streams are family friendly? Well, thank you, Matt. Because I think sometimes we get a little cray over here. Buff, we're not eating pork raw. What has America done to you? We got them. Guys, which egg should we use? So this is the difference of the eggs. This one has an extra layer of shell and pigment on it. So it has all the 7 layers. I'm gonna say this one maybe has only 6 layers, and this is the last egg that the emu lays for this season. So once it gets kind of turquoise colored, they're like, oh, well, that's it. Do the light one first. Okay. This crux, this is dino eggs, straight up. Okay, we'll do the light colored one. I'm also intrigued by the light colored one. Yeah, dinos. And this is the last one, my friends. We actually have almost gone through them all. Hardest part about this is getting into it because the shell is so thick. Yeah, we already did the dark T-Rex eggs earlier. Let's do the light green Velociraptor eggs. Yeah, poor bird. So the egg has, oh God, I don't know what I did. Stop it. The egg has the 7 layers so it can support the 150-pound bird. And actually the male is the one who tries to incubate them. Yeah, last one for a special stream, totally. Okay, we're at grams. You want a good knife for this, nice and strong. I'm actually gonna move some of this because it usually gets pretty messy with this once I try and get into it. What we're gonna do is use the heel of our knife. So this is the strongest part. You can see it's really nice and thick. And we're gonna start to crack the shell. So you're gonna try and get the heel of the knife right in there. Last time it took me like 4 or 5 tries. Okay, Scotch egg for it. I think we might have to though. Crux, where did I get these? We actually went and visited an emu farm, and that's how we got these eggs. I'm gonna try and like blow away the shell this time because last time I didn't, it just went into the egg. We're getting there. Okay, I can see the membrane that we have to get through. Is it not crazy as well to think that a little baby bird can get out of this? Like, look how hard it is to get into here. How does the baby bird even get out of there? Strong beaks, I guess. Yeah, nature is nuts. Okay. We're in. Just gonna wipe some of this away. Might even actually give it a quick rinse because I hate eating eggshell. We're in, and then the only other thing we gotta do now is just get in that crack and give it a little twist if you can. Okay, I'm just gonna get in there with my hands. Okay, scale on. Ostrich are assholes, yeah. That's what the farmers tell us anyways. Holy, okay. We're getting in now. Isaac, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. If I have to pick out some shell, I'm okay with this. I don't know about this one though. It's not so good. I guess that's why we have a backup egg. Okay, so they are supposed to last like a month. This one, not so good. Yeah, RIP. Okay, we'll start over. Let's hope that the other one is okay. That's the thing when you get farm fresh, but the farmers warned us anyways. Can't be mad about that. That just means I have to do more work to get into the other egg though. All of that. Washing my bowl out with soap because I don't know what was up with that egg. Pardon? You'll open it for me? Oh, I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. Matt, bye. Have a good stream, man.
My parents got one of these too. They're like, see?
Ah. Hey, Des. How's it going, man? Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Okay. That was just practice. That was just a test for you guys. This one seems like we're getting into it easier. Okay, scale back on. Very successful so far. Yep. I just gotta take some of that eggshell out. Hello. Well, the first one, Dust, was not good. The first one was not a good egg. So I don't know, maybe if it doesn't have all of the layers of shell, it doesn't last as long. Or it could have been laid a little bit earlier than this one. Don't really know. There are a lot of factors.
The last one was the last one laid, but it might not have been a perfect egg either, right?
Come to me. Remember last time we were trying to take the shell out? It took us like 10 minutes. Okay, success. And this weighs 474 grams. And I believe an average chicken egg weighs 53 grams. So you guys can do a little bit of math. There is almost 10 chicken eggs in this. So 474, which means we need to weigh out that amount of flour as well. But first, we're gonna whisk the egg up. We're gonna mix the yolk with the white, and it'll just accept the flour a lot easier that way. And you will see just how custardy this yolk is. Yeah, how dare you make me do math? And then we can also see that the yolk is a lot more lighter in color compared to a chicken egg. Like, look how thick this is. This looks like lemon curd. Compared to a duck egg, it's really, really light in color. Save the shell and make Sammy a beer cup? Yes. Yeah, we gave a couple eggs to our friend who's a Native American artist. He does carvings and jewelry. So hopefully he can make something really awesome with this shell. So look at how gelatinous this is. I'm gonna say the water content in these eggs is a lot lower. Okay, that looks good. Ooh, we almost lost it. And then we actually don't need the whisk for the next part. We're just gonna mix it by hand and it's gonna get a little messy. What? Thank you, Emu Egg Fan, for the $10 tip. I am glad that you are an Emu Egg Fan. This is the last one, guys. And I think we don't get more until maybe February is when they start laying again. Okay, so I want to put, yeah, the last one, R.I.P. I want to put a little bit of this freshly milled spelt flour in here. So I'm going to do 440 grams of all-purpose flour. Then I'll do like the 34 grams of spelt flour. You don't want to put too much spelt flour because it'll just make the spaetzle too dense. But I do like it for the whole grain flavor and health benefits, always. Yeah, ostrich egg omelet. Done and done, and then just a little pinch of salt. Yeah, too much math. Just eyeball it. I'm with you guys, I don't like math either. But it's the same thing as putting salt in your pasta dough, as we need salt in our spaetzle dough as well. And then we're also gonna salt the water when we go to boil it. Now we're gonna get messy. I'm gonna take my ring off. Don't tell Sammy. Just start in the middle. I like to first put flour all over the cutting board, but slowly bring in the edges into the eggs. And then it will start to come together. And this is how Sam's grandma made it. At least that's what I'm told. And sorry, it's not his grandma, it's his Oma, actually. I never met the lady, but I'm sure we would have been pals. Didn't I have to loosen this up last time with egg? Because it was so thick, Sam. I think I'm seeing this again. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah, I think we had to put a duck egg into this last time, guys. Because like I said, I think the water content in the emu egg is so much lower. Because this should be like a fluid kind of mixture. Look at the difference of the yolk color. Ready? Ooh. Crux, thank you for the follow. Yeah, were we making like Italian pasta or were we doing the spaetzle? Can't remember, Dust. But maybe it was both times.
No, I think you were fine with the pasta. I think you needed it for you needed extra olive oil for the pasta.
Okay. Okay, what's everyone else cooking today? Can't be the only one cooking. Or, you know, what you're eating too, that counts. Just like to know. I feel like that's how I can kind of get to know you guys, is by what you eat. It's a weird chef thing. Yeah, we're making nudes. Okay, so we're gonna keep mixing this. I think I'm gonna go just strictly one hand here. So as you can see, this is super messy. We just wanna make this really smooth as we can get it. We don't want any lumps. So basically make your hand into a spoon, or like a spatula, I guess, until it's really glutinous like this. And then you know you're getting to the right spot. Which I think we're there. So this is what we want it to look like. Really, really sticky like this. You had rotisserie, heck yeah. Rotisserie is always a good idea. You'll make a sandwich. Forsaken, how are you? You're having spaghetti. Delish. Gnocchi, yeah, with some tomato sauce and mini cheese. Cheese Mountain is where Cookie's going. Okay, so now that we have the spaetzle dough mixed up, I'm just gonna cover that with a tea towel while it rests, just so it doesn't dry out. We don't want like a hard skin to form on the surface of that, because that would just be wasteful, and that's not really something that mixes back in. Pork looks like it is thawing nicely. And we are going to start prepping our sauce and our veggies for tonight. Candle smells really good beside me. Keep thinking in my head, I'm like, what smells good? Like, someone doing laundry? No, it's the candle. I don't burn candles very often. I've been on like a essential oil diffuser kick lately.
I'll be driving like 2.5 3 hours and the guy's like, yeah, I hate my plumber, not my probably do that.
If you take the back end,
True.
it's actually way faster than driving up the other way.
Yeah, could be.
Hi, Zach.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty decent.
Good.
Besides
Holy!
besides that it's blooming in the air today.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
From Spit?
Yep.
Nice. I think they're good.
Scary?
Yeah. It's
What was
sketchy back
scary?
there. It's like the old abandoned house mansion there, and
Really? I don't even know what you're talking about. Look it, guys.
yeah.
When I first started, I was like, I'm gonna try and use the lobster mushroom that we picked like last week.
Oh yeah.
And now you're here with this. Guys, lobster mushrooms.
You like to know
How do you tell or what remotely closed or?
Well, I think
Like some
this
might
is like
definitely
a
obviously know look better
beauty.
than others, but
And then yeah, any parts of it that are kind of like slimy, all you do is cut it off.
it's kind of what I figured.
And then the thing with lobsters is you don't want it to be like really spongy when you cut it open. So like these big guys, cut it into like 3 pieces so that you can see all the way through. And if there's wormholes, not really the best. It'll
Okay.
just look like spongy little holes through it.
Interesting.
And then as it gets older, the inside will kind of start to turn more brown. And that's how you know it's starting to get too old. But other than that, like when you cut into it, it should be really nice and white all
Okay.
inside.
I broke a piece off and it's pretty nice.
So like
inside.
if you don't want to cut it either, we can just like tear it and let it be like natural.
Cut it there, and-
But that looks pretty perfect to me, man. Like nice if you feel that.
Yeah.
It's really nice and firm.
Oh wow.
Whereas like the couple that we picked from your house, it was
Not
already
quite,
starting
eh?
to get spongy. So they were just like a day or two too far.
What about the small ones? Is there like immature ones, mature ones? Is there like a way? Or does
This
it grow
is
when they grow?
new to us too, man.
Like I've seen what I got in boxes at work before. and
But-
it's nothing like we can find.
I think
Yeah.
the
So, like,
area,
I'm going off of what I've seen at jobs.
yeah.
The shit that you're bringing me is like
Yeah, this is
see this
insane,
on-
but that's still good.
Right.
the people that keep the mushrooms normally keep the best ones for themselves.
Yeah,
Then it trickles down the line, right?
it's true.
Exactly.
So
So, like-
feel the difference of that one inside the flesh. See how it's a little softer?
A little bit,
Yeah. But I have a book.
Yeah, like this end kind of is like tacked up and still tough. and then you
Yeah.
get over here and it starts to get a
Yeah,
little more spongy.
exactly.
But then there's other ones there that are like probably
Really small.
like yay big, like kind of growing up and they're just poking out of the ground. And like I don't know if like those are too.
I guess just maybe that's our little like experiment thing to just watch
Just
them.
and hope maybe they die and like maybe each time they sprout up they come back here. Like, it's the same thing as deer, right? When they fuck and shed, then they come back next year. Generally bigger unless your genetics are just shitty and they come back bigger. Yeah, maybe those are just shitty numbers.
I'm just getting my mushroom book.
They said Rudy's kind of got 'em fairly stocked up. Come on. Yeah, exactly.
I also have this one too, if you want to take it home.
That's different than the one I got.
So both of these kind of go together and we can like forage for other stuff while we're picking mushrooms, right?
Shit, son. That's not my dad. I took pictures of like a zillion different mushrooms on there. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
recognize all these from Facebook posts. I'm like, I could literally go back and find all of
I'm
these.
gonna move this over here.
That's the same thing with all these lobster mushrooms and all these. Like, I can find millions of these things. I just need to figure out when they fucking spurred out of the ground in time.
Yeah.
Like, last year I missed them probably like a lot, honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they were for sure good or not good, so I was like,
Those are definitely there. Like,
those are good, man.
You found your dad's 2 days earlier, they'd be like this.
But you can also tell like the difference of where it grows. Some places are more wormy. So I'm gonna say like maybe your hillside has more worms that will find it quicker compared to that was growing in grass, right?
yeah.
Okay, so starting our sauce. Got some garlic cloves here. I'm gonna grab onion, some herbs. You know what we can do if we do want to just like preserve them is sous vide 'em. Just with butter and salt and pepper, and then it's pasteurized and you can actually freeze it.
Okay.
And it doesn't really change the texture too much.
We can
That's
try
what
to
we
do
did
that
at work.
Tomorrow or Friday?
Yep.
Friday then?
Yeah.
Feel free to fucking take as many you guys think are good.
And then maybe we'll do half and half. We might dry some too if you want.
Sure, I'm game to try anything. Honestly.
Okay.
I'll break these down.
Hi, Indog. How are you? Zena,
Probably
thanks
a
for
good
the
idea to try
host.
these before I get like 30 pounds of them, and I'm like,
Yeah, so
what the fuck am I gonna do?
what I was saying, I know you're not paying for the mushrooms, but if you can recuperate the 160 back for the ferry ride, then
Yeah.
we'll get
I'll do that.
If
100%.
you don't think that you get the money back from the mushrooms,
So I'll put that together.
it's our time to do it.
I probably could.
Then I
Yeah.
have no problem with that.
I've been so game for that.
I'll bring you some mushrooms.
Oh, baby.
No, no vacuum.
What's for dinner, Zena? We're doing
I don't. Well, I do.
German Jaeger Schnitzel with some emu egg spaetzle.
That's telling you the time.
So like a German style dish, basically pork chops with mushroom sauce and German pasta. Nice, Rook.
Like right down. Down the parts, like down.
Okay, I just gotta grab an onion.
Okay, I put them on the map anyway.
Never tell me. Yeah, you could prank easily. Just keep me rolling with no audio and I would just be talking to myself. It would be fine. Okay, so because I went to the other side. Because Sammy doesn't really love onion, I'm gonna chop it pretty small, but you could easily just slice it up for this dish. But we're gonna have to like hide it into the sauce without blending it. So we're gonna chop it into nice small dice.
Brooke, you should totally do a 672 hour stream.
Yes.
Doing black garlic.
Yes.
Just have it sitting on the circulator for 700 hours.
Man, people have streams of just their plants growing. Do it. Zena Poo sent ya. What's up, Jimbo Slice? Welcome in. Sammy's got some minion jammies. Right, meow. He's got those minions.
And my official Cook with Kate hoodie.
That's the one I was using. But I still can't find nothing. I don't know if I'm blind or this is just way above my head for looking for these
Yeah,
things.
that's a great name. Zaflox, thank you for the follow as well, guys.
Still haven't had that rain.
Thank you, Zena, for everything.
I think we're literally waiting for that rain to pop in.
Can't wait. I'm picking everything.
Sure to cut off the stems.
Hey?
Sure to cut down the stems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you always want to leave a little bit on the ground.
I think I got most of them.
Good. Good.
I definitely know there's one I didn't. I'll tell you that for free right now.
Go free.
Get a commercial sous vide? What are you using, Rook? Just the Innova? I think you'd be fine. What do you think, Sammy? Is Rook
I've had
safe?
I've had the Innova run for 72 hours.
Yeah, we use the Innova in a restaurant, dude. You're fine.
No problem.
Fine.
It's supposed to last 10,000 hours at least.
Holy. Yeah, you don't like leaving stuff running while you're at work.
Well, you'd be
What's
able
the
to
worst that could happen?
Get it on a smart plug, so you're able to
Yeah.
turn it off if you need to.
Yeah.
But then you'll be able to watch the stream while you're at work, or pop
Yes.
into it. Just be like, okay, water level's good.
Yeah, that's the best part about streaming it. What's against TOS now? Doing those like clickbait streams? To leave them unattended. Nah, Buff. I've seen like the plant growing stream in the food and drink channel. Insanity. Unless maybe there's someone tending to it. Okay, carrying on with our sauce, I am going to go pick some rosemary, thyme, and sage from outside. And then we can cut up our mushrooms.
Brown spored kill mushrooms, like.
Yeah, so that'd be like.
I know, right?
Summer magical.
Oh boy.
See where I gotta poop tonight.
These things. That's not a those. Those ones?
What did you find?
Yeah, that's it.
Shaggy
What?
veins.
I don't know. What does it say? You're gonna take a quick gander. Okay, we got all of the herbage. So sage, just put aside. Rosemary, we'll pick off the stem because it's really tough.
Yeah, what's the orange?
One of the most popular edible mushrooms. They went nearly worldwide.
Dude.
Fuck, bro.
I've never seen that. But
And then
Yeah, dude,
Thyme.
I'll pick them all in one hunting this year.
those look like they'd be really good. I like how the flesh is white on it.
yeah.
Looks like it'd be really firm.
They get pretty tall too, which is weird. 'Cause I remember driving over a whole bunch of them on my quad, and I was like, oh, I feel bad. When I was on the way to find some deers, I was like, ah, no, I don't. Out here. Anyway. Yeah, let me know how those things clean up.
Will do.
Yes.
Hopefully it rains some more and millions of them grow less.
It's supposed to be raining all week. So that thunderstorm.
Yeah, we've not been on for very long yet, Xena. Still just in the prep stage of dinner, but once we get cooking, it'll be quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have our
Yeah, no.
noodle dough already done.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Working on our sauce.
I like that I'm
And then our
finding out
veggies.
people don't pick them yet, so
Yeah.
hopefully
And I thought
Where do you go on the way to find it?
putting all of these beautiful fresh herbs into our sauce with mushroom and pork would just bring everything together.
I got a couple good spots. Pretty good.
And I want to chop all this really nice and fine. So we're gonna stack up our sage. Pick some of the tougher stem ends off.
I've seen him a couple times in the restaurant just because I never had them there. But he wants it like
And then we're just gonna slice that up. It's actually gonna be quite a bit of cooking on the stovetop again today. We'll have our pork pan with the mushroom sauce in it. We'll have our boiling pot for our spaetzle, and then just another small pot for the Swiss chard. Not bad though. Only 3 out of 4 burners used. It could be worse. I'm happy that my friend just brought over some fresh lobster mushrooms. Totally gonna use some in this dish. Holy, that's a hitch host. Yes. My fellow hitchers. From our Canadian broski. We're cooking, Cole. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. Where was Hitch today? Can someone tell me where Hitch is? I know he's trying to hitchhike to TwitchCon, which is coming up in 2 weeks. Corpse Party, thank you for the follow. Master Kensei, thank you as well. Taxi.
You guys ever do salmon chowder?
Yep.
You're from Hitch, you're permanently banned, but you're not bad. Cincinnati, Ohio, and Kentucky. What? What are you talking about, guys? All of these places? Oh, he made it to Cincinnati. Amaze. That's awesome. Thank you for the follows, guys. So, I don't know what Hitch told you about me, but once upon a time, we did cook for him. My fiance, Sam, also known as Omdog the Chef on Twitch, arranged to pick him up at the ferry here when he was coming back home. And he took him back to our place, cooked him a meal. I was at work, but then the next day we also cooked him breakfast. So Hitch is one of those lucky few that have gotten to taste a Cook with Kate meal. And I think he liked it. Thank you for the new follows, guys. This means a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And Cookie, holy. Here it goes. Thank you for the 10 subs, Cookie. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what are we making today? We are making a German-inspired meal. My fiance was born in Germany, and this is something that his grandma would make. So pork chops, seared in a pan, and then we make a really nice and creamy mushroom sauce with it. That is gonna go with a German type of pasta. It's called spaetzle, where it's equal parts egg and flour mixed up, basically to a paste. And then it gets pressed through a special German press. It's called a spaetzle press into boiling water. So this is what the noodle mixture is gonna go into. Goes in there, you squish it down. There's the little holes in the bottom, and then you get little noodles that are gonna float in the pot. And then just some really simple wilted greens on the side with this. So I know there's not much for vegetables in Germany. Yeah, Trev visited us. It was amazing. We gave him like a bed to sleep in, and he still put his sleeping bag on top of the bed. We're like, what the heck, man? Willie Money, thank you. Thank you, guys. Spaetzle with sauerkraut. I was thinking about it, Buff, but I think I'm not going to. Sauerkraut is good, yes. Yes, it is. Hello, small streamer. Hi, I'm ready to poop. Yeah, sauerkraut with pork, that's very true. Yes, I did, Torino. A lovely, generous Hitch host. Okay, carrying on with our sauce, mushroom time. What's for din din? We're making some German food. So check this out, guys. Lobster mushroom, foraged from down the street. at our friend's house, so that's gonna go into there. That's wild mushroom for free. Yeah, this is lobster mushroom. It's beautiful, hey? Color of a lobster. Makes sense. Yeah, it's not magic. Don't worry, guys. You know what? We might just hit 2K tonight.
Let's go. Let's hit 2K.
Yeah, let's go. I think we're almost there. Dinner bell, making me hungry. You heard the rooster? I don't know, Rook. He's behind you. Okay, I don't think we're gonna need all of these. Probably this. Oh no, is there a hole in the bag? Wow. That's a booby trap. Ah! Okay, so the other mushroom is a cremini, which maybe I'll teach you something new today and say that a cremini is just a small version of a portobello mushroom. Did you know that? And then, one other thing before we start cutting our mushrooms. Thank you guys for these follows. Insane. Mushrooms grow in poop, if you didn't know. And we just need to wipe that off. I don't really recommend washing them if you don't have to, because mushrooms also soak up a lot of liquid that we don't really want to put water into our sauce. We don't want to water it down. So all I do is kind of brush the mushrooms with my fingers, and you'll see by the end of this is my fingers will be like kind of brown, and you'll be like, oh, they really do grow in poop. Hey Solid, how are you, man? You should have a sub giveaway. We should. Should we do one for TwitchCon? We'll be there in 2 weeks. Totally armored. Yeah, totally. If they're commercial, very harmless. But I always like to clean it off anyways. Just like a quick little go over. Because sometimes there are actually pretty big chunks and you don't really want the dirt texture in your mouth, right? Like biting down on dirt. Dog the chef with the 10 gifted subs. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're blowing up today. Not human poop? No. They do not grow in human poop. Oh, yeah. Welcome, all new followers, all new subs. I hope you choose to stay a while, and we will be back tomorrow cooking as well. So, check it out. I told you, poopy fingers. Just give that a rinse. And then we'll start slicing this stuff up. I like that buff, yeah. We'll gift anybody a tier 3 sub to who can guess how many minions are on Sam's pajamas.
That's a good one.
67? They're in. Thanks, Party Boat. So, Gator, let's just take a quick second to find out who I am. So I have been cooking professionally for almost 9 years now. I went to culinary school. It was a 2-year program, graduated with honors, and I've been cooking ever since that. So let's go all the way back to 2011. In those 9-ish years, I will take down these numbers. Samuel will go back and look at them. So in the past 9 years, I have worked at 8 different restaurants. Anything from opening a taqueria to opening a brew pub to working at a slow food fine dining restaurant. So I've learned to hone in my skills, but there came a time where I didn't really love the schedule of working 12 hours a day and working weekends and missing time with family on the holidays. So now I have chosen to leave cooking in restaurants for a little bit to help teach you guys how to cook, share my experience, knowledge, opinions, and just overall love of cooking. And hopefully in the next couple of years, we will turn this stream into a food truck. Big time. Yeah. Mosca, you already won. Yeah, it's just one big minion. What? Okay, back to cooking. So, lobster mushroom. I live on Vancouver Island. I know you guys came from Hitch's channel. This is where he grew up. I didn't grow up here. I've only been living here for about a year and a half, or actually, sorry, just over a year now. So all of this is a little bit new to me. So I'm starting to learn what grows wild in our area. And this is one of those things, it is mushroom season right now. So let's take a look at this. This is actually quite fresh. And we know whenever we're doing stuff that's foraged wild, I don't know why this doesn't want to focus, is there's going to be bugs and stuff you have to watch out for. So there's a little worm in there. That's why I always cut open the mushroom when it's this size and just look. So we know that if there's already worm inside, that this mushroom is starting to show its age. The freshest mushrooms are not gonna have any worms or not gonna be too spongy. But this is almost a week old now. We just kept it in the fridge wrapped up in a towel. So this kind of makes sense that there's a worm in there. It's kind of a race when you work with wild food. It's a race against all of the other animals. Who can get there first?
So do I have to count?
And yes, guys, Sam is back. He's gonna count the minions on his pajamas.
Do they have time or like today?
It's today. Everyone already put their numbers in.
All right,
I
all right.
didn't really have a choice.
I can't give the tier 3 subs over to somebody that's already subbed.
Oh, it's true, guys. How does this work? We didn't think this through.
I don't think it can. Let me check this out first.
Can you gift a tier 3 sub to someone who's already subbed? Thank you for the follows, guys. This is nuts. You've only harvested morels? Yeah, but morels are beautiful as well. Morels are like almost the king. We are hoping to get a couple of porcinis this season for sure. Like this is just the beginning. I would say my friend just brought over like maybe 5 pounds worth
I'm gonna weigh it right now, actually.
of lobster mushrooms that he found on a property.
They're on the other side.
So like he knows the area and all the spots to find the mushrooms, but he's not educated on the mushrooms because he's just a hunter and a fisherman. So now that we have become friends in the last few months, he's kind of looking up to us for the guidance of foraging food while also hunting and fishing at the same time. So we're all just kind of learning from each other and it's really fun. Okay, mushrooms for the sauce. I always like to cut them nice and bite size. That way you can have them distributed throughout. Sorry, what was that?
Hojerific around?
I don't know if Hojerific is in. Yeah, bugs equals extra protein. Exactly. Yeah, Moscow was the first one to guess. They said, don't worry, I won, and I'm not even subbed yet. Yeah, morels are sought after, but morel season is like basically done now. They're one of the earlier mushrooms. Guys, what if there is a half minion on the pajama where the seam is? Does that count as one? What do we do here? What are these rules? Buff Bagwell. Please, sir, help me out. Hi, Mike Sai. How's it going, man? You thought the pajamas were on a cat? No, they are like full-size man pajamas. Half doesn't count. Okay. And then the creminis, I think I just want to slice up. Because we also know that when we cook mushrooms, they shrink in size. Full body minions. DN Prouder, thank you for the follow. Did we get there? Did we hit it, the 2K? So close. 90 more.
109.
Okay, guys, 109. Now we gotta scroll all the way back up. You got buff. Oh, that's exactly what I guessed. How did he know? Yeah, look what you've done, Buff. You did this to yourself. This is a lot of mushrooms, guys. I don't even think we're gonna use all of that. I think this is where we're stopping. You don't need more mushrooms than pork. These are not foraged. These are cremini mushrooms that we bought from the store because they're a little bit less expensive and they're actually really tasty and good for like using for a sauce. They're a good filler mushroom. So don't get the white button mushrooms that don't taste like anything. Get creminis. Spend that couple cents more and you will be happy. Okay, get our mushrooms in the bowl. Chanterelles, yeah, we're still hoping to find some of those this season. Sam, did Zach take the books I gave him? No.
No. I gave him the Flavor Bible book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a lot of different kinds of mushrooms to forage here, guys. The season starts with oyster mushrooms and morels. Maybe a few puffballs. And then we work our way into the chanterelles, porcinis, lobster mushrooms, chicken of the woods, etc. The list goes on. Hedgehogs are really nice as well. Beekeeper's Hive was the closest. They just followed. That's a lot of minions. Good counting, Sammy. Once again, I thought there was no math in this stream. What kind of show are we running today? Okay, so let's check our pork out. Perfect, it's almost thawed. So we got our onion, garlic, herbs, mushrooms for the sauce. Only other two ingredients we need for that is some white wine and heavy cream. So I like to cook with Pinot Grigio. It's pretty balanced. It's not too sweet. It's not too acidic. It's nice for cooking. And I like to use white wine when we cook with pork and mushrooms for sure. Oh no. You guys are so crazy. I wasn't really paying attention to the contest. Sam is figuring it out. Omdog the chef is figuring it out. He will make the final decision of who gets gifted. Okay. Willie Money? One? Okay. He's working on it. What's the contest, Dust? Well, it all happened so quickly. Buff made a joke that we should gift a tier 3 sub to whoever could guess how many minions are on Sam's pajamas. And now here we are. Here we are, my friends. Okay, spaetzle is done. Anyone ever eat Swiss chard? Here we are. Where are we? This is from my garden. Still got lots outside, but I think this will be enough. I see we have one, maybe a couple leaves that are not so happy in the bag. We'll just get rid of those first. I think it just touched the side of the fridge. I don't know if you ever have vegetables that do that and then they just start to go bad because it gets too cold. So they kind of got frozen, I guess. That looks good though. The Swiss chard grows wild in your driveway, Solid? That's amazing. Yeah, it is rainbow. Good eye, Dust, because look at the beautiful different colored stems. Oh no, Cookie. You guys just losing your bones. What do you got left if you ain't got no bones? Yeah, now we're all even. So I'm just gonna line up the stems first and cut off the ends. And then I actually like to cut the stem off of the leaf because it just cooks a little bit different timing. The stem's a touch tougher. So the stem will need a little bit more time to cook than the greens. And I think that's important because I'm not a huge fan of mushy cooked vegetables. And that can also be why a lot of people don't like vegetables, is that they just have them when they're always overcooked, don't have any flavor or texture left. Sad times, really. So I think, I don't know if I can assume and say that most of us have had that experience in our life at some point. So now I'm just gonna line the leaves up at the base of the stem and cut them off there. And then we are basically ready to get cooking, my friends. Told you, a little bit of prep, but once we start cooking, it's gonna be a quick dinner. Good for a weeknight. Nice, Sammy.
Gifted a tier 3 sub to Willamooney. They have given 193 gift subs in the channel.
Congrats, Willamoney. You guessed the closest number of minions on Sam's pajamas. Amazing. Please enjoy that emote and sub badge and ad-free viewing. And welcome to the Onion Squad. I hope you guys had fun with that. It was definitely spur of the moment for us, but it's always good to do that every now and then. And one tip for washing Swiss chard, because I saw that somebody was asking, I like to actually just fill up my sink with cold water and just dunk the entire thing in there. Give it a swish around, and then the dirt sinks to the bottom, and you just pull the Swiss chard out nice and clean. Yeah, some of these leaves are not super happy anymore. I'm gonna pick a couple more from outside. Okay, what I like to do with this stuff is I like to cut it into kind of 1 inch thick strips first. And then we'll cut it into larger rectangles. But we don't want to leave this super stringy because it's a little bit difficult to eat if you leave it that way. And it'll be even more difficult to eat if you left it in the entire leaf. So let's cut it down a bit. And then just come along like this and just rough chop. Chardizard, I like that. Gotta eat your greens, guys. I think the rules of this giveaway were a little bit unknown, so I'm sorry if anyone feels like they got screwed over. It really did happen so fast. And let's just say, I guess we went along with it. Okay, so for the stem, we're gonna cut it smaller, like 1/2 inch thick slices. You can even hear the difference of the crunch of this, right? Because it's just a little bit more tough than the leaves. I am gonna saute this. Yes, exactly, Torino. Just really, really quick saute. Probably use some of that wine in there to get some steam rolling. I think that'll be enough for us. Cooks down quite a bit. Okay, we'll just move that over. Next up, seasoning our pork chops. So these pork chops, I'm gonna turn one of these off. What is this? You guys are crazy. Buff? What?
Willamuni gifted a tier 1 sub to Beekeeper Shy.
Thank you, Buff Bagwell. Of course, a cottage pie stream, man. Thank you, thank you. I have it on my chalkboard. We're gonna do cottage pie and banoffee pie all in one day. So I'm guessing that might be a Sunday stream. And Willamy, thank you for gifting the sub to Beekeeper's Hive. Welcome, guys. I hope everybody feels loved here. Okay, so pork chops, they're called tenderloin end chop. So they have the bone in it. They have a little bit of the pork tenderloin in the bottom part, and then the rest of this is kind of just all dark meat, which is good because that's all the flavor that we want. Just gonna dry it off a little bit more because these were frozen. Do I do wild game? Yes, I'm glad you asked. Deer season actually just opened up here this week, and my friend who brought the mushrooms is an avid hunter. So we have made this agreement that when he catches deer, we will get to process it together and I will be able to cook with it on my show. So more content for us, always a good thing. Because we're putting fresh herbs into our mushroom sauce, I'm gonna use up some of this herbed sea salt. I know that there's thyme in here, but I'm not sure if there's anything else. But we know that everything is gonna go together with this flavor. Hey, Bald Chef, how are you? Yeah, the meat part in dog, the moment you've been waiting for. So we're gonna season up all these chops. I'm just gonna do the one side. And then we're gonna start searing them in a pan with grapeseed oil, really, really high heat, because at this point, we just wanna get some caramelization and color on there, get that flavor going, but we're not gonna cook them fully because we want to cook them in the mushroom sauce to finish. That way the pork will absorb some of the mushroom sauce flavor as well, instead of just cooking the pork chops and mushroom sauce separate. And then by us also searing the pork in the pan first, that's gonna put a lot of flavor into the pan for the sauce base. Hey, Windows, no, I actually don't want to restart and update at this moment. Thank you though. At least they asked. That was very considerate of them. I was like, why is my screen all blue? It's a virus? Yeah. Gotta love that Windows update virus. Yeah, must be the Canadian version. Just up in the Great White North, eh? Just getting a little bit of water, guys. I'm a little bit parched before we start cooking. So it's gonna get hot in here. And then we're gonna get 3 pots or pans going all at once. Yeah, Vancouver Island deer are so tiny, solid. Very true. Mana7, thank you for the follow. Okay. 'Tis time. First step. Large cast iron braising pan. This is gonna be for the pork and our mushroom sauce. That is very well sealed. That is like almost a mirror. Very happy cast iron pan right here. Yeah, need a beverage helmet so that I don't have to stop to take a drink. We can just carry on. Why am I just picturing Homer Simpson with Duff Beer helmet? That's what's in my head. Okay, next pot we need is for boiling our spaetzle noodles. We actually need 2 pots. So this is gonna be for boiling our German pasta. So we're gonna fill that halfway with water, make it salty. And then this is gonna be our little pot for sauteing and wilting our greens. So we don't need any water in that. But I think we should get the water heating up for our pasta, because that will take us a little bit. Boom. And now we leave the cutting board because all of the prep is done. It's time to go to the stove. Yeah, cast iron pot. I've been watching the sales, solid. for like a nice like 7-liter Dutch oven. Heck yeah. Yeah, talk to the stove. Okay, so water, turn that on to medium heat for now. Just finding my salt. So we're gonna add a nice big handful of salt, guys. Like something like that. We want the water to taste salty because this is also gonna season our pasta as it boils in there for the 30 seconds. Big pan. Let's also get that heating up, but a much higher heat. So let's go closer, like a high medium heat. Don't need to go super, super high because we don't want to burn the pork. And then we just want to cover the bottom of the pan with a nice high heat oil. Either canola or grapeseed are the ones that you are going to want. Bolo, thank you for the follow as well. Let's get a lid on our pasta pot. And I will say this, guys. If you are going to attempt making spaetzle at home by yourself, hopefully you have a teammate alongside of you to help, because it is kind of a 2-person job. Okay, now we're just waiting for things to heat up. I guess we can prep our Swiss chard pot and just put the fat that we want in there. So I like to do my Swiss chard in olive oil. So this is where we kind of switch around the oils. I like olive oil with vegetables. I think it just adds a really nice flavor. Then the only thing we have to keep in mind is that olive oil doesn't have as high as a smoke point as grapeseed oil does. So we can't turn the pot as high, otherwise it will start to taste bitter. Do we need a light on this situation? Maybe. Maybe, guys. Just move that so it's not as glary. Glary. Larry? Oh, Larry. Just gonna put a couple things away while we're waiting. Always make use of your time when you're in your kitchen. Meat emote. Thanks, Willamy. That's amazing, Solid. And yes, guys, for anyone that would love a graphic design artist for emotes or sub badges, Solid Smith is mine. He makes awesome stuff. I have loved everything so far. He just understands the Cook with Kate vision. Yeah. I am loving this number of viewers as well. I remember when I first started streaming, I would maybe have 3 viewers average per stream. And I would always think to the day when it would be imagine if you had 100 viewers. I always thought I would be so nervous. I'm not nervous anymore. I don't know, I'm just become one with the camera. It's great. But I can say that I never thought I would see myself here. Very fun outlet though for cooking. Okay, as we can see, We got a smoking hot pan, which means it's time to get our pork in there. Be careful, hot oil and meat, sometimes it splashes. But we definitely want to make sure it sizzles as soon as we drop it in the pan. And it looks like we're gonna do 2 at a time. And like I said, this is not gonna take very long to sear. So you really wanna make sure it's hot. Get some tongs out. Yeah, here comes the steam. Probably gonna pop a window open. Schmeedlies! Thank you for the follow. Okay, let's have a quick peek. Almost. Almost, almost. We're gonna do both sides as well. Not a very good sear on this side because of the bone, but that one is nice. Holy steam! 14 months in a row. Ah! Thank you so much, Steam, for everything. Also feel grateful to say that we have met in person. Very cool thing. Meeting internet friends in real life. May I also add, if you're gonna make this meal, just accept that your stovetop is going to get destroyed. That is better color. So those 2 are ready to come out. Other 2 straight in there. And then all of this stuff that's starting to stick in the bottom of the pan, that is all flavor. So we want to keep all of that in there. It will happen, yes. Yeah, eat some food, drink some beer, and more beer. And yeah, a coffee. Yeah, you should have just come up tonight. What are you doing? Sam's mom sent us some Halloween things already. This is a lot of shot glasses. I don't know who she thinks I am. You went to the same fair? That's crazy, jelly filled. Okay, I think we're ready for the flip. Yes, we are. Now I'm gonna turn that back down to like a medium-high heat. I had it pretty cranked there for a bit. And then next thing going into the pan is our onions. so sizzle. Much steam. Am I German or Swiss? I am neither of those things. My fiance is German and Norwegian. I am French and Polish Ukrainian. Check our other side. Happiness. All right. Onions. Next. And now all of the ingredients start to disappear and transform. Yeah, basically he's a Viking. Okay, we don't want our heat too high, so I'm gonna start to turn that down a bit. We don't want to burn the onions. Might actually take it off for a sec. That's the thing about cast iron, guys, is they really hold their heat. Cool off just a bit. You'll be able to tell because the sizzles will be less intense. I think we're good now. And now that that's cooled off a bit, I think I want to add just a little bit of butter because butter and onion is heaven. Holy solid. Yeah, don't burn yourself. Be careful. Mix that in, and then that will also help to cool off the pan. Cold butter. And then we'll get more caramelization in here as well. Because the onions are getting color, but they're not really cooking down. A little bit slower. So after I cook with my cast iron, I like to just wash it out with soap and water. And then what we do actually is just put the pan into like a 350-degree oven to dry it off. So we just preheat the oven and turn it off so that it's hot. And then we just stick the pan in there after we've washed it, and it just dries it off that way. But I can say if you're having trouble sealing your cast iron, you should deep fry in it. Like every time that we've done like even a shallow fry, just like maybe an inch of oil in it, it always seems to work. Which does make sense. Rather than trying to spend the time like rubbing it down with oil, putting it back in the oven, taking it out. I think the deep fry is the simplest. Okay, so garlic is gonna cook pretty quick. That's why we put it in after the onion. And then we're also gonna put in our fresh chopped herbs at this point. They might start to sizzle a little bit as well, which is what you want because that means that the oils are coming out of the herbs and you're gonna get more flavor. This pot is hot, that is perfect. Next up, mushrooms. So mushrooms now are going to add quite a bit of liquid into this pan. Probably need more fat as well. That's one thing I've found with mushrooms, is that they soak up all of the fat. And I might just do a little bit more butter. You can see how the bottom of the pan is literally dry now after we put the mushrooms in. Yeah, Bald Chef, lobster mushrooms. First of the season here for us. Bacon grease, that's a good one, Rotax.
That's how I normally receive
Yeah.
Holy. Turn that fan on high.
Sammy says, turn that fan on high.
That looks like an ace in here.
I don't know. I'm in the kitchen. We're cooking. What? Left? No, that's right. You're not my butter. It's true. Facts. Okay, this is starting to smell pretty good now. When in doubt, guys, just add more butter. Your mushrooms will thank you. So we don't necessarily need to get color on the mushrooms, but if it happens, that's always a good thing. We'll let these cook for a few minutes for sure. And then we will add our wine and a little bit of cream. And just let this simmer on low heat until basically we are ready to eat. And then we'll put the pork in, let it cook for about maybe 5 minutes. Good to go. Okay, this is looking so good. Very important part of spaetzle making is the container that you put it in. So if you don't have this Tupperware with the strainer and the underneath, I don't know if it's gonna turn out the same. This is from Sam's mom as well. So I think all of this needs to go together. Nice, solid. Yeah, your burn scar, I'm into that. Let's check this out. Right on the forearm. Dude, I literally have like the same ones. Yes, high five. Yeah, right, Torino? It's from the 70s. You find it at garage sales now. Okay, mushrooms are very, very happy at this moment in time. I think we need to add some salt. What is even going on in here? This is super good already. And then some wine. About a 1/4 cup, I would say. So we want to get all of that goodness off the bottom of the pan. You'll make your cream mushrooms. Yum. So everything has lifted off the bottom of the pan. Now you just want to scrape everything down. We're just going to add a touch of heavy cream. Basically, we want enough sauce so that the pork chops can kind of be smothered in it. And look at the color that we built in here. This is what you want. Your mushroom cream sauce should not be white in color. And that is just on a medium-low heat now. Next step. Actually, I think I'm gonna move it to the back so we can make a bit of room to cook our Swiss chard. We don't need a high heat on this. Do that. Sharing is caring. So Swiss chard pot coming up front now. You can see our pasta water is still ready to go. And I think we should think about cooking that pasta. Yeah, Torino, I want to be those pork chops. Shrooms, baby. 'Tis the season. Okay, Sammy, you ready soon? Ready to spaetzle it up? This, my friends, is called a spider. Very awesome kitchen utensil when boiling things in pots. I'm just gonna say that it's probably called a spider because it looks like a spider's web. I could be wrong though. Exactly, Torino.
Are we ready?
Yeah, just one sec. We need more water?
Yep.
Okay, put more water in then. Because really, what does this do for noodles? This does nothing. It just slides right off, and then you're just wasting your time. Yeah, that's a spaghetti fork. That's how you eat spaghetti.
What one?
The little spaghetti spoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how you.
yeah. Okay, Sammy said we needed more water, so we're just gonna go ahead and cook our Swiss chard. So we have olive oil in the pot. Remember, we don't want this to get smoking on us because it's gonna start to taste bitter. As long as we can drop the stems in and have a little bit of sizzle, that's all we need. Always add salt as you're cooking your vegetables. And we only need to let these cook for a couple minutes, and then we can throw the greens in. Yas? Was that the goat? That was super loud. Is it in the backyard? Beautiful color on the stems. There's a goat. Well, the goat lives at the rooster house. And I believe there's also sheep as well. Yeah, we're just living in a real life Stardew Valley.
Yeah, pretty close.
I mean, it is called Sun River.
Stardew, Sun River. Same thing, but different.
Sounds nice. Yeah, redefining the term farm to table. Okay, greens are in. Those will take a little bit of salt as well. I know that. And we're just keeping it simple. Give this a little stir, just so we can get a touch of heat on the greens. And then all we're gonna do now, create a little bit of steam. I always like to just put a little bit of white wine in there as well. Put some in the sauce, put a little bit in your Swiss chard. But here we don't want to put too much because then it will taste winey, and we don't want that. Just a touch, and that way we can create steam. Okay, mushroom sauce is simmering. Pasta pot is hot. Everything is coming together now. So, we have our spaetzle dough that we mixed up first thing so it had enough time to rest. Just gonna cut a couple cubes of butter so that when the spaetzle comes out of the pot, you can put some butter on it right away, and that way it won't stick together. So basically olive oil to Italians, butter is to Germans. So you don't want your pasta to stick together, guys. Ooh, Thai chilies. Spice it up. Spice up your life. Do Germans really eat spicy food though? Okay, so now we can see our greens are wilted, and this is really all we're looking for. This is not the star of our dish, that's for sure. This is here because of health. It's fresh, green, still has a little bit of crunch, and it's perfectly seasoned. That is done and done. Okay, Sam, it is time. So things are starting to clear off the stovetop now.
Boiling.
Mushroom sauce on low. We need 1 big spoon. Is it too thick? No, it's good. Yeah, this, a little bit of spelt flour, the same as I did last time. Yeah, lard to Ukrainians, so true. The sauce. Okay, guys, we're ready to do the pasta, so I'm gonna drop the pork chops into here as well. Get them nestled, because I know it's gonna take a couple minutes. Hey.
Hurry up. Get ready.
When your chops don't fit in the pan, you're gonna have to move these around just a little bit. Okay, ready? I need the knife. Okay. 'Tis time. Sammy does the press, and I will cut it.
Cut it! It's way too hot. You need to cut it.
And that is that, my friends. So they're floating. These really don't take long to cook. If you're unsure, just take a little bit of the noodle out and test it. But I know from experience that these are cooked. Ah! It's perfect. Ah! Mine keeps flying away. I need to make more commands. Oh! Yeah.
I already got the butter.
Torino. Ah!
I'm already ready for the next one. Let's go. Cooking time.
Where'd my knife go?
I don't know. It's right there.
Shh. Shh, guys. Gotta go quick because we don't want the base of the noodles to stick together in a lump. That's a bad one? Bad juju? Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Sammy says that's a bad juju.
Bad juju.
pork is simmering. I think we need another one of these Tupperwares. Yeah. Green box. We need more Tupperware. Butter.
What? My mom actually has like probably 10 of these at home. So you should probably just ask
Yeah.
for another one.
We need another spaetzle Tupperware. Okay, so there's a little bit of blood coming out of the pork chop. That means it's cooking. This is what we want. Let's get that one down there. We're good, Sammy?
Not ready yet.
Okay, important when you're making spaetzle, we always need the water to be boiling. And that way the noodles won't stick together.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I feel really sorry for you guys.
Don't talk to them, talk to me because they can't hear you.
I feel really sorry for you guys. Like, man.
Man? Uh-oh, are we stuck? Oh, yeah, that's tasty. Are you trying to get it all in one last one? Go, Sammy, go, Sammy, go, go. Sammy's got those nudes. Wait, what?
What? Is that kids?
Those bubbles in the pork, too much, guys. I feel sorry for you guys. I hope that one day there will be a thing called Cook with Kate Con, and everyone can come and eat Kate's food
Nope.
and Sammy's food. No? Okay. Can we fit this in here?
Yeah. That's not even near full.
Sammy's push limits in the Tupperware. Yo, that. Nowhere near full, he says.
No. I feel at least another batch.
What? What happens when they start going back in the pot?
You need better containers.
Containers.
Holy fuck.
Sammy says we can fit one more batch in here. What? Oh, hell yeah. I'd love to be on the Good Eats Remastered.
Oh my god, that'd be so much.
Me and Alton? Cheese. Jesus rice.
It'd be so cheese.
So cheese.
So cheese.
Yeah, Tetris indeed. Solid. Oh, it's just a wee one?
Yeah,
Oh god.
that's all the nudes I got.
Noodle lump. One more switcheroo of our pork. And then it's tasty-roo. And then it's tasty-roo. We have made it. These ones are funny.
Hey, just because it looks funny doesn't mean it's different.
Yeah.
It's just a noodle.
Ugly food needs love too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shrimp snack.
dropping nudes. Okay, pork is cooked. There's no more blood running out of the bone. That sauce, I may have outdone myself. This is where it begins. The plate up. Sammy closed the thing before we even looked in it. But we got nudes. BRB gummies kicking in. I need a sandwich. Too good, man. Too good. Time to get a bowly bowl. Exactly, Rook. Yeah. You had one last meal. Make yourself a dang mushroom cream sauce. Oh, yeah. Pan fried. I have also had that in a restaurant. Very, very rich and decadent. Okay, it's looking like we need to turn something off. I think it's this. I think that's what it was. Is that what it was, guys? Yep. So this is gonna be the first thing going into our bowl. We want our base of spaetzle. Still nice and hot and steamy. Happiness. Oh, what? I've never had this. Sam, what is that? I've never had this pan-fried spaetzle with egg.
Hey. You can't have all the secrets before.
Okay, okay. He didn't want to whip it out before we were married. I understand.
Gotta keep you interested somehow.
Yeah. Okay, now our little bit of Swiss chard, just put that off to the side there. Because all of this is about to get smothered in goodness. I think we gotta bring this stuff up here. It's still bubbling. Nom is right, Zena. Okay, take one of these chops out of the pan. I mean, we're not really gonna see much of the spaetzle, but maybe if we put it kind of offset like that, we can see a little bit of the spaetzle and the greens underneath. And now we spoon over our mushrooms and cream sauce, which is actually quite a nice loose cream sauce, and I'm okay with that because this dish, as you guys can see, is quite rich and heavy. Put a little bit over there. And I think that's where we leave it. Thank you, Zaflox, A+. Hopefully, I haven't tasted it all together yet, but I'm feeling good about it. Thank you, Diamond. This is the most important part. Doesn't matter how it looks always. What matters is how it tastes. And actually, before we dig in, I need to take a photo quickly. If you guys didn't know, I post on Instagram quite often. I take my account pretty seriously. So if you've missed a couple streams and you're like, oh, I wonder what Kate has made, always feel free to check out my Instagram. It is Cook with Kate. The handle should be very easy to find. Just trying to find a nice bright place to take a photo. Oh. What's up, Simon? Okay. Oh, yes. This is the view that we're looking for here. Sam, yeah, make it look tasty. You heard the shutter sounds, Rook. We got it. We got that photo. Okay, pork. Since we put so much love into this, I'm actually gonna go for this little tenderloin piece on the side. Nice, Sammy. Mm-hmm. The pork isn't dry. Did you have some pork or you just had sauce and spaetzle? Sauce and stuff, he says. Yeah, plenty of sauce. The sauce bouse. Mm-hmm. I don't even think it needs the pork. Like, I'm happy with just the noodles and sauce. Every now and then, you need an awesome mushroom cream sauce in your life. Yeah, want to split it? Let's do it, Torino. I like sharing food. Yum. Still just like slightly pink. Mmm. Is Swiss chard a thing in Germany? You don't really remember? I'm sorry, Diamond. I'm sorry. Let it be known that you may want to bring a snack if you come and sit back and watch these streams. Ooh, nice, Torino. That's very Eastern European of us. I'll trade you this pierogi and kobasa for spaetzle and mushroom sauce. I like it. She dumped the oil. Hopefully not down the sink. Just gonna say that. Hopefully not down the sink. Okay, let's try some of these greens with everything. I haven't even got there yet. Here's the thing. We're going to bed in like an hour. But worth it.
It's 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey.
Okay, yeah. At least she made you food solid. You're good then. But she dumped the deep fry oil? Come on.
I'm gonna pass the F out.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep real good.
I think we could have sous vide the pork ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a lot more tender than it is.
Yeah. What time is it, Zena? It is 7:49 p.m. Yeah, we're on PST. Coyote Husky, thank you for the follow. So it's a German noodle called spaetzle, or if you want to say it like how I said it for the first few years, spaetzle. And then I got heck. Yeah, old timers clock because we get up at 5. Insane. But we gotta go to worky. Gotta get some painting done.
If she doesn't get 8 hours of sleep, I don't want to work with her. So I make her go to bed. So she sleeps. And then she doesn't get cranky.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can stream with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need to run on a lot of sleep. It's true, it's true. Okay. So Sam suggested that we go raid Mrs. Dr. Lupo. That's how we feel? What's she doing?
Playing The Sims 4.
She's playing The Sims. This is new. Usually we go raid a cooking streamer. But I like her. I really like Mrs. Dr. Lupo. So let's go raid her. Thank you, my wonderful people, for everything today. Hopefully we inspired you to make awesome food for yourself at home or for other people as well. But we all know that cooking for one person is just not as fun. That's why there's something about humans is sharing food is such an awesome feeling. So we will be back tomorrow. We are making Moroccan food inspired by, a lady that worked across the hallway from us, or sorry, that lived across the hallway from us when we were working on an apartment. And she made us lunch one day. She is Moroccan. She doesn't really speak English, but I got all of her notes on my phone. She verbaled them to me. And we're going to try and recreate this amazing Moroccan chicken that she made for lunch for us one day. There is like onion, ginger, garlic, preserved lemon, cilantro. It's delicious. So that's what's going to be dinner tomorrow. And we'll be starting at the same time as today, so somewhere around 5 p.m. PST. Let's just get a big shout out to Hitch for that huge host today. All of the gifted subs, welcome in, guys. Hope you enjoy your stay. Buff Bagwell with the tip. I know Magic Cookie, I don't know if they're in here, but they also gifted some subs. Okay. Rating Mrs. Dr. Lupo.
Done.
Thanks, Rook. They are playing no game. Have a wonderful night, guys. Love you all. And we will see you tomorrow. Let's go see Lupo's wife. 3, 2, 1.